All right. Good morning. Been having issues with the laptop. I'm trading with the laptop today. So, last day of the month for the small account challenge for November. We're going to continue on and keep going with the small account challenge as we build up our capital little by little. And yesterday I sent out, or Saturday I sent out the stocks that I was looking at, and I also updated that um, yesterday evening. Now, NVAX being one of the stocks I was looking at, apart from Neo and Zoom and Jmaya. Now we take a look at Jmaya. Jmaya has been selling off a little bit um, here, but I still feel that I actually bought this in my long-term account as soon as it hit this area here at 32.92. So I'm going to be holding this long-term. Excuse me, about 30 shares of this in my long-term account, thinking this is going to go super high. So I didn't get into Demaya, I didn't get into Neo, although I do believe that Neo's gonna do huge today. As you can see, it sold off here at 1 in the morning, and then as soon as 4 o'clock hit, it just skyrocketed from 53 all the way to 55, 54.50. So, but a dollar and change up as it's selling off right now. I think this is just profit takers here. They're just going to go ahead and take their money. I do believe that this is going to continue to go. And if we take a look at Zoom, Zoom has earnings hours, and if we take a look at their chart, you can see it did well yesterday. Um, it went up. It went up pre-market, continued to go up, came back down towards that pre-market high, and then it just kept going up and then stagnated and went sideways near the ending of the bell. And then because they're projecting to have good earnings, this thing just flew up. Now I'm gonna show you on the other chart real quick before I talk about my trade today. I did the trade today pre-market super early, but if we take a look at Zoom, I want to show you real quick. If we take a look at the uh, 80-hour chart, see if this loads up real quick for us. Great. All right, so I want to show you real quick. So this is the high that it was at one point about a month ago, and then it dropped down a little bit. Actually, quite a substantial amount of drop, but it's at 485 right now. So we're about $100 away from that, more or less. Do I think it's going to get there this week? I don't. I don't think so. Although it could because this thing moves nice. So take a look at their chart. So you can see how much they move. They do move substantially, a decent amount. So from 477, 487. So about a $10 jump here in the market. So I went ahead and got into Zoom or into NVAX this morning real early. I don't like the market real early, especially with such an expensive stock, uh, because you need the volume for this. But see when I popped up the charts, I did see that at 1 in the morning it sold off huge, even though there was some good news that broke out on this, being that it might be the first vaccine out there to really be effective out on the streets for the coronavirus. But so I went ahead and saw this sell off, and I went ahead and got in right here. I'm gonna show you where I got in. Everything told me to get in. Uh, right here in this candle. I'll show you right now. So I got in right here in this candle. Okay, everything told me to get in here. It was approaching the 50 trend line. I got in here, and then it sold off about $3 from where I bought it at. Um, I knew eventually it was going to hit the 121.25 support level from yesterday, and as it did. So I got in there, and I was down maybe about 30, $40 or so. No, I'm sorry, about 30 bucks. 30 bucks at one point I was down. It seems I'm having a hard time loading up. This is why I don't trade on my laptop, and I'm basically tell you why I got out where I got out. So I got out at this candle right here, actually right here in this candle, because the spread on any stock, most stocks pre-market are substantially different. So, you can get in at a decent price, but when you want to sell, it starts to go up. Sometimes there can be a 40, 50 cents difference because you're limited to the limit order when you get into this. So as you can see, so I sold it right here. I sold it right here. Okay. About 1850, and then it continued to rally up to here. Now, the reason I sold here, one is because I wanted to be a conservative hit. Now, since it dropped so much, one of my rules is that since it dropped $3, and knowing that this is just about a $3 move or more or less, um, I'm like, you know what? I am going to make a profit, but I'm going to take a base hit. So I went and got it here because it was close to the 200 average. So one of my rules is if it drops around there, I know at least it's going to get to the 200 moving average. Hoping that that 200 moving average is at least above I bought it at to make a profit. So we made 416 today. So we're just all green except for 2 days for the November with the small count challenge. As you can see here, we have 1734. So with the $25 loss, we would have been at 1750 today, and in the month with about $50 instead of 34. But we're taking these base hits, and pre-market is not something I normally do. But because I had to trade so early, I decided to whip out the laptop and get in and make my money with pre-market. And luckily for me, it went back up. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I was going to plan on holding this a little bit longer if I was down still red pre-market, thinking that it's going to go ahead and pop up at least midway between 120, 125 being the support of Friday and 127. So I would say to the average here, I believe that this is going to reach the average right here at one point today. I think it's going to go to 124.25. Now, if I would have waited closer to the bell or at the bell like I normally do, I would have got in. If somebody told me to get in, I would have got in. But normally, what I would have had is I would have had NVAX here and Zoom, not Zoom because Zoom's already high, but Neo. And then since I'm on the laptop, I only have one monitor. The first one to make a move where it tells me to get in, I would have switched right over to the Flex Grid and then made my way in there. Then bought in right there. So went ahead and parking office.